Most men miss their chance, not because the opportunity isn't there, but because they're blind to it. They wait for a woman to say it outright, to give them permission. But here's the truth. Women almost never spell it out. Instead, they speak a different language, one made of glances, tone shifts, and subtle movements that whisper, "I want you to take the lead." The problem? Most guys don't recognize these cues. They hesitate, overthink, or freeze completely. And by the time they finally act, that electric moment, that spark, is gone. Attraction has an expiration date. It's a fleeting window, and if you don't step through it, it closes for good. You need to understand this. Women respect men who can read the moment, who can feel the tension building and know exactly when to move. She may never say it out loud, but her body, her tone, her energy will give her away. The difference between the guy she forgets and the guy she can't stop thinking about isn't luck. It's awareness. Today, I'm going to show you how to recognize those moments, how to know when she wants you to make a move, so you never hesitate, never guess, and never miss your chance again. Point 2, she creates opportunities to be close to you. One of the clearest signs a woman wants you to take action is how she positions herself around you. When she's not interested, she'll keep her distance. Her arms will stay folded, her feet will point away, and she'll look for excuses to leave. But when she's interested, when she secretly wants you to step up, her behaviour flips completely. She starts creating small openings for connection. She finds excuses to be near you, often in ways that seem casual, but they're not. Imagine this. You're at a group gathering. The seat beside you is one of many open spots, yet somehow that's the one she picks. Or you're standing in a circle of friends and she subtly angles her body toward you, her shoulder brushing yours every now and then. When you speak, she leans in, not because she can't hear you, but because she wants to feel that closeness. That's not coincidence. That's her invitation. She doesn't just talk to you, she lingers. The conversation could have ended, but she stays. She somehow ends up beside you again and again throughout the night. That's not coincidence. That's proximity. It's her subconscious pulling her into your orbit. Most men miss this completely. They tell themselves, she's just being nice. Wrong. Women don't hover around men they feel nothing for. If she's carving out space near you, if she's stretching the moment longer than it needs to be, that's her body revealing what her words might not. She wants more. But here's where most guys destroy the spark. The moment they sense her closeness, they panic. They talk too much, lean in too far, or try to force a connection too quickly. And just like that, the tension dies. The smarter move? Balance. If she closes the distance, don't back off. But don't rush in either. Match her energy. Stay grounded. Your calm presence in her chosen closeness creates contrast. And that contrast drives her attraction even deeper. Psychologically, it's simple. Humans gravitate toward what excites them. When a woman keeps showing up near you, leaning in, lingering, accidentally, brushing past, she's not doing it by chance. She's creating an opening. She's waiting to see if you notice, if you'll take the lead. Proximity is never random. It's her silent invitation. The real question is, do you recognize it or do you let it slip away? Now, point 3. She finds excuses to touch you. Touch is one of the strongest indicators that she wants you to move closer. When a woman feels nothing, she keeps her distance, protecting her space and yours. But when she's secretly hoping you'll step forward, she'll break that barrier in subtle, meaningful ways. These touches may seem innocent, but they're loaded. They say, I'm comfortable with you. They whisper, come closer. Picture this. You tease her and she playfully taps your arm. You're walking side by side. Her hand brushes yours, but she doesn't pull away. She fixes your collar, dusts something off your shirt, or adjusts your jacket. And sometimes, it's bolder. Her hand rests on your shoulder when she laughs. Her knee bumps against yours and stays there just a little too long. These aren't random gestures. They're signals, soft, electric, and deliberate. Her body is saying what her lips haven't yet. I want you closer, against yours and letting it stay there. Or her hand brushing yours and lingering a second longer than necessary when she passes you something. These aren't random movements. They're signals. Most men miss them completely. They assume she's just being friendly. Wrong. Women don't keep touching men they're not drawn to. If she's reaching toward you, even in small, subtle ways, she's already breaking that invisible personal space barrier most people naturally protect. That means she feels comfortable around you. She's intrigued. And, most importantly, she's waiting to see if you'll pick up on it. Here's where many men mess up. They either freeze or they overreact. Some get so startled by her touch that they turn into statues. Stiff, awkward, vibe destroyed. Others take it too far, leaning in too fast, touching too much, and killing the tension with force instead of finesse. Both reactions ruin the chemistry. The right response? Controlled composure. If she touches you, don't flinch or rush in. Let it breathe. Hold her gaze. Give a small, knowing smile. Stay calm. Then, if the energy feels right, you can gently mirror her. A light touch on her arm, her shoulder, or her hand. The secret is balance, not eagerness. Because here's the truth. Physical touch is a quiet form of intimacy. It builds comfort, safety, and desire all at once. If she's finding reasons to touch you, she's testing the waters, seeing if you'll meet her halfway. Friendly women avoid lingering contact. Flirty women create it. And when you can recognize that difference, you'll understand exactly when she's giving you the green light, without a single word being spoken. Point 4. She lingers. When the moment should already be over. One of the clearest signs a woman wants you to make a move is how she behaves at the end of an interaction. When she's not into you, she wraps things up fast. A quick goodbye, a polite smile, and she's gone. But when she is interested, when she secretly hopes you'll step forward, she doesn't leave. She stalls. She lingers. That tiny pause at the end, it's not hesitation. It's an invitation. Imagine this. You've finished your conversation, but instead of walking away, she's still there. Playing with her phone, fixing her hair, adjusting her bag, or finding a reason to keep talking about something random. She's not buying time for herself. She's buying time for you. That's your cue. She's silently saying, I don't want this moment to end, unless you make it worth ending. Maybe you walk her to her car, and instead of getting in right away, she leans against the door, taking her time, stretching the moment, almost as if she's waiting for something to happen. Or maybe she keeps looping back into the conversation with a playful, oh, before I forget, even though she could have driven off minutes ago. That's not small talk. That's her body language saying, don't end this yet. Do something most men miss this completely. They assume she just enjoys chatting. Wrong. Women don't stall time with men they feel nothing for. If she's lingering, it's because she doesn't want the moment to end. She's silently creating space, a pause, for you to take the lead, to close the gap, to make your move. Here's where most guys blow it. They smile, say, all right, see you later, and walk away, leaving her standing there, disappointed and confused. Or worse, they freeze. They wait for some huge, unmistakable sign that never comes. By the time they realize what's happening, the energy is gone. Attraction is a spark. It doesn't last forever. If you don't feed it, it fades. The smart move? Simple. When she lingers, you act. Not by rushing or forcing it, but by leaning into the tension she's building. Hold her gaze a second longer. Step a little closer. Let the silence breathe. Then move with calm, grounded confidence. That's the moment her nervous excitement turns into obsession, because you didn't hesitate when she handed you the opportunity. Here's the psychology. People don't linger around those they don't value. If she's stalling, it's not out of convenience. It's a choice. And that choice is her way of opening the door. All you have to do is notice it and walk through. Point 5. She finds reasons to keep the conversation going. A woman who isn't interested will keep things short. Polite answers, maybe a polite smile, but no spark. Her words will feel like dead ends. But when she is interested, when she's secretly hoping you'll make a move, she'll do the opposite. She'll look for reasons to keep the dialogue alive, no matter how small the excuse. Even when the topic seems trivial, pay attention, because it's not the words that matter, it's why she's saying them. Picture this. You make a small, throwaway comment. Most people would move on, but she doesn't. Instead, she builds on it. She asks you another question, wants your opinion, maybe even your plans for the weekend. She's not gathering data, she's keeping the connection alive. She laughs at something you said, then leans in with, "Wait, tell me more about that." Or maybe the conversation should have wrapped up 5 minutes ago, but suddenly she drops in a new topic. Something random like a movie she just saw, or something personal, like a story from her past. It's not random. It's her way of saying, "I'm not done with you yet." These aren't casual fillers, they're emotional investments. Most men miss that. They assume she's just being friendly. Wrong. Women don't extend conversations with men they don't care about. If she's making an effort to keep you engaged, it's because she enjoys your energy and doesn't want the moment to end. And beneath that effort lies her silent challenge. Will you notice that I'm still here? For you. Here's where most guys mess up. They either start talking too much, drowning the moment in noise, or they go quiet, missing the signal entirely. Both kill the tension. The smart move? Stay present but controlled. Let her lead parts of the exchange. Respond with calm confidence, not haste. Don't rush to fill every silence. Let the pauses linger just long enough to create a spark. Because those moments of quiet, that's where attraction lives. Psychologically, it's simple. Effort equals interest. When she invests in keeping you engaged, she's revealing that you matter. For her, it's not about the topic, it's about the connection. So if she keeps the conversation going long after it should have ended, don't overthink it. That's not coincidence. That's chemistry. And she's waiting to see if you'll meet her halfway. They're not just words, they're invitations. And the man who learns to recognize them will never miss his moment again. Point 6. She drops hints about being available. When a woman isn't interested, she keeps her world closed. Her schedule off limits, her weekends busy. She won't offer details that lead anywhere. But when she is interested, when she's secretly hoping you'll make a move, she starts to open little doors. She won't come right out and say, "Ask me out." Most women won't. Instead, she'll weave subtle clues into conversation. The kind only a man who's paying attention will catch. Picture this. You're talking and she casually says, "I don't really have any plans this weekend." Or, "There's this new restaurant I've been wanting to try." She might even mention a movie she wants to see, or an activity she enjoys, something that just happens to be perfect for two. Without saying it outright, she's handing you an opening, an unspoken, your move. Sometimes the signals are even softer. She might mention she hates staying in all the time, or how much she loves people who do spontaneous things. Those aren't random comments. They're green lights. She's basically saying, here's your chance. Take it. Most men miss this completely. They think she's just making conversation. Wrong. Women don't casually announce their free time or talk about things they'd like to do. Not unless they're inviting you to be part of it. If she's subtly showing her availability, she's hoping you'll lead. Here's where most guys mess up. They ignore the signal, keep the talk surface level, and later wonder why she lost interest. The truth is, she gave them the opportunity, and they didn't act. And nothing kills attraction faster than missed chances. The smarter move? Seize the moment with confidence. If she says, I'm free Saturday, don't reply with, cool, me too. Say, perfect, let's grab a drink. That one simple move, decisive, calm, confident, turns her nervous hint into electric excitement. Because when you lead, she feels safe to follow. The psychology behind attraction is simple. People reveal what they want, often without saying it directly. When a woman isn't interested, she keeps things safe. The talk stays casual, light, and general. No risk, no spark. But when she is attracted to you, everything changes. Her words start leaving clues. Little trails of interest disguised as everyday talk. She mentions her free time, the places she loves, or how she hasn't done much lately. Those aren't random details. They're quiet tests. She's wondering, will you pick up on this? Will you take the lead? Or let it slip by? So, pay close attention. When she's hinting she's free. When she's suggesting things to do. When she's dropping breadcrumbs that lead straight to spending more time together. That's not friendliness. That's an invitation. And the man who understands this never has to ask if she wanted him to act, because he already did. Point 7, she reacts positively to your escalation. This is the clearest and most powerful signal that she wants you to make a move. Watch what happens when you gently raise the intensity, either physically or verbally. A woman who isn't into you will stop it instantly. Step closer. She leans back. Make a flirty joke. She goes cold. Brush her arm. She shifts away. Her message is clear. Stop here. But when she's interested, when she's silently hoping you'll take it further, her reaction is completely different. She leans in. You move closer. She stays. Maybe she even closes the space herself. You tease her. She laughs, teases back. Your hand brushes her shoulder. She doesn't pull away. She relaxes, maybe even lets the contact linger. That's her way of saying, yes, keep going. Picture this. You're walking side by side. Your hands accidentally touch. She doesn't pull away. She lets it happen again. You make a playful jab, and she laughs harder than she needs to, tossing one right back at you. Or maybe you step a little closer while talking and she doesn't retreat. She holds your gaze, smiling. That's not coincidence. That's permission, unspoken but unmistakable. She tilts her head slightly, keeping your gaze locked with hers. That's not random. It's a green light most men completely miss. Here's where so many guys go wrong. Some wait forever, for a perfect moment that never comes, while others rush in too fast, overwhelming her and killing the spark. The truth. The right move is subtle progression. Start small. A light touch on her arm, a playful tease, a glance that lingers just long enough to make her wonder what you're thinking. Then watch how she reacts. If she leans in, if she smiles, if she holds the moment instead of breaking it, that's her silent permission. But if she pulls away, stiffens, or avoids your touch, you slow down. Because attraction isn't about forcing your energy. It's about reading hers. Here's the psychology behind it. Attraction thrives on tension. Every little escalation is a test, a moment that reveals whether she wants things to go further. A woman who's not into you, she shuts that door instantly. But the one who is, she leaves it wide open, inviting you in through every look, every smile, every pause that lingers too long. So remember, it's not about guessing, it's about testing. If each time you lean closer, she holds your gaze, smiles, or keeps the energy alive, she's not just okay with it. She's saying, yes, I want you to. The real question is, will you recognize it and move with confidence? Or will you hesitate and wonder what could have been? Conclusion. Here's the truth. Most women won't say, make a move. They speak in signals, in the way they look at you, the way their body turns towards you, the way their laughter lingers a little too long. Most men miss those signals. They overthink, they wait for certainty, but certainty never comes. What you get instead are patterns, her eyes holding yours, her excuses to stay close, her light touches, her lingering when she could have left, her effort to keep the conversation going, and her warmth when you take a step forward. Those aren't coincidences. They're her way of saying, I'm open. And that's where leadership comes in. The man she forgets, hesitates. The man she can't stop thinking about, acts, not recklessly, not desperately, but with calm, grounded confidence. That's the kind of man women respect. So next time you see those signs, don't overthink it. Don't let the moment fade away. Recognize the signals, trust yourself, and take your shot, because she's already told you what she wants. You just have to be man enough to see it.